crazy situation. But give me a good story. Like I don't know, you're like early on, you're helping with cannabis, and I don't know, some guy pulls up in a van with like $1 million worth of cannabis and opens it. I don't know, something crazy. Give me a good one. Give me a good story.
I'll tell you, the distribution business was a challenge out in California because every township had different rules. Okay. And so one time our driver was driving through somewhere to get somewhere, and he broke down or something, and the cops came and to help him. And then they found a whole bunch of product in his car, and they arrested him and took the car. And he's like, I work for a distribution business. I'm on my way to Oxnard and I had to drive through whatever. And so we had to go down. So someone went down to the yard where the car was towed and said to the guy, listen, I left some things in my car, whatever. And, we took the weed out of the trunk. It was totally like kind of in it. It was art, legally we were transferring, we had a license. It wasn't illegal product or anything, but like, we were like, are they going to keep this stuff, and for months, there's product in the car. They got to get to the store. So I said, send someone down there and talk to the guy and tell him you left something in the trunk.
Oh man, you got the charges dropped for the kid, I guess.
It was no charge. You know what? There was no charges. Like eventually they're like, oh yeah, you guys were, it just took them. It was just screwy. We were legally allowed to do it, but it was just a wacky situation.
You live in Pennsylvania, right?
I do. Yeah.
What's it? I don't even know what is it medicinal there
medical,
or what?
Yeah. We have a medical program here. It's a pretty strong program.
Okay.
Yep. And it's going well, and hopefully it'll flip over to adult at some point.
But it's not recreational like Colorado where you can just go down to
Not yet.
Don't you think it's just absolutely absurd that if I go to Texas and get pulled over, that I can do jail time for the same stuff I have here in Colorado? I mean, I just think that's crazy. I think I just think about that. I'm like, wow, there are actually human beings in other states getting arrested every single day and put in jail for stuff we're doing in Colorado. Like it's no big deal. I just think that's crazy.
It's really crazy. And this is why I'm still a big advocate, because we still got a ways to go. We've made a lot of progress in many states, but there's many states that haven't made any progress. There's still people getting locked up for no reason. We're part of something called the Last Prisoner Project. Actually, it's give a plug for them. They're trying to get every single person out of jail that's in jail right now for cannabis.
Yes, please.
So we were just raising money for them in Vegas, and it's a really good cause. And of course, we know that 80 to 90% are minority, and that's a big problem. And so this is why the advocacy is so important to us, is because the laws need to change before we can all make a bunch of money. We need to get the laws fixed.
Totally
and
agree.
Certain states we've done a great job in, but it's so weird, the dichotomy between a Texas and a Colorado, and it doesn't make any sense.
The fact that there's even people in Colorado in prison for something that happened with marijuana before it was passed legally, like I just can't imagine being one of those guys sitting in a jail cell knowing that you can go right down to the street and buy marijuana now in Colorado. Meanwhile, they're still sitting in jail for that. I feel terrible for those people. I feel really bad for those people. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm glad you gave the plug out.